Alright, welcome everyone. Welcome to another Fuel by Grace video, doing stuff on Fallout New Vegas. Last time we had our adventure to Prim, and that was fun. And this is my same guy. I decided to go to Helios 1 and do some shenanigans. There's this weapon called the Euclid Sea Finder. It's a weapon that you end up finding from this one kid in Freeside. I'll mention that later. But what you want to do is you want to go to Helios 1. The Helios 1 is currently controlled by the NCR. It was previously controlled by the Brotherhood of Steel. Brotherhood of Steel are our buddies from Fallout 3. These guys, they found Helios 1. It's a beacon for orbital, some sort of orbital power grid that you could use, and they couldn't figure out how to get it to work. Well, little to know, some random bystander walks in and fixes the thing in under 10 minutes. That figures, it's totally Fallout logic. One guy comes in to fix it all. But Helios 1, it was controlled by Father Elijah, and you will recognize that name if you've played Dead Money. Dead Money, this is the tie that is made. Father Elijah ran away and told all the Brotherhood of Steel and said, "Hey, we'll take Helios 1 back. I'm going to go and I'm to find the resources and what we need in order to take it back." And he ends up leaving, disappearing. No one knows where he went. Well, he went to Sierra Madre to go take the treasure from there. From there you get, like, if you're good enough, you can get 30-something gold bars, which is worth like 30,000 gold each or something like that. I don't know, I could definitely be wrong, but it's very expensive, a lot of money. So that's where he went off to. And so the NCR completely controls it now. What does the NCR want with you? They want you to transfer the stuff all to Camp McCarran and to the Strip for their knowledge and power only. The followers of the Apocalypse, they want you to give it to everyone else, saying that they shouldn't keep all the power for themselves. They should share it with everyone. Brotherhood of Steel wants it so they can get the Euclid Sea Finder, so they can use it as a weapon. That's why they were there in the first place. And so if you meet Veronica as a companion, she'll guide you towards Hidden Valley, and then one of the objectives is to get this Sea Finder. At any point, the program that you have to activate in that panel that I was in earlier is Archimedes. I think that's how I'm pronouncing it, right? Archimedes, yeah. Archimedes 2. And you activate that before you get the Sea Finder. If you go get the Sea Finder beforehand, it will not work. And so that is what you have to do. What I'm going to show you guys today is a cute little story about a man that has power too good for his own. This little man, BK Jones, he decides to go on an adventure. He finds the Sea Finder, and he goes on an adventure in his quest for power. Pretty soon, he's going to come up upon a little boy by the name of Max, and he's going to buy it from him, and that's where his adventure starts. BK Jones is a wanderer. He's a wanderer. Whatever. Basically, this guy is just like, "Hey, I crawled out of a vault. I'm bored. Let's go do stuff." So he basically walked into Helios 1 lying that he was part of NCR, and he got in. That because he's so charismatic with his pre-war bonnet and his amazing handlebar mustache and his tunnel snake hair, they were just swayed by everything that BK Jones is. But at any rate, as BK Jones makes his way out, he goes into the Mojave Wasteland, meets this little man to get his reward back. And this guy is the Follow the Apocalypse man. He comes up and he says, "Hey, so, basically, did you do what I told you to do?" And he said, "Well, I saw that you transferred the power. Well, here's the thing, I can't find where it came from. Here's your reward anyway, because I believe you." You've known this guy for 10 minutes, so he's easy to convince, I guess. I don't know, BK. Anywho, he's on his way out. The lucky old son is complete, and now the first part of his mission has started. Now he's on the quest to go find the Sea Finder. And we'll get some start music. Da 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 picking the lock 'cause I'm awesome and here I freaking go. Oh, hey, look, it's Max. Hey, this is the guy we didn't buy it for. I didn't take too long. Again, and as he talks to Max, he buys it from him. Here's the thing: he could have been a complete jerk, and he could have said, "Well, you know, I'm gonna cheat you out of it." He's a nice guy. He gets this weapon for 1,000 caps, and so he finally has his weapon of choice, and he realizes that he's decides to use the power that he has received, and he's having a hard time trying to figure it out, but that's okay. And he pulls out the Sea Finder. He looks at all that he has in his hand, and he's off to go try it out. He has a couple thugs attack him, and then they all die. And he realizes the power that he has received. He is awed at what he has found. He hates the guards that tell him that he needs a credit check in order to go into New Vegas. That makes him really mad. So he's like, I shall use my power to destroy you! He decides, he's like, oh, well, I might have to pull out my other weapon to finish the job. And he gets out his recycler, and he's dead. And he goes after the next guy. But the problem is, he's about to run out of ammo. What shall he ever do? What shall he do? He's just gonna punch this robot to death! You punch him in the face and he died. And now he's off to go fight the NCR. He hates the NCR because they try to tell him what to do, and they send Rangers after him because he can't kill who he wants to. And he is now deciding to get revenge on the one he hates the most. Ranger Ghost to Coast. And he's like, you shall see death! Ranger Ghost is eliminated, and he reloads his gun, ready for another shot. But first he's going to look at the body and see what he can salvage. But it's not really that much because she's really poor and dumb. But at any rate, he's gonna pull out his gun, and he's ready to go.
You like that?
Knocking himself down, killing a few NCR guards. He realizes that he has to use another weapon because he's out of charge for his gun. And he pulls out his fists, and he's gonna punch this guard to death. But the problem is, he actually has a lot of armor, and he's not a BK robot. So he's gonna get his little buddies, Love and Hate, pull them out to punch the crap out of this guy. And he's going all Fight Club. Boom, left hook. Boom, right hook. Actually, he's not doing any other hook except for right hooks because he doesn't know how to box. Right hook, left hook, right hook. Blah! And he dies. And what does he do now? He decides to go back to Helios 1, to the jerks that he lied to in the first place. He said, I hate you, NCR. I hate who you are.
The Legion can count on that.
You shall die. Holy crap. He's destroyed 5 guards and 3 guard dogs. What shall he do now? He is honestly kind of getting sick of the Vendatron at Gunrunners. He wants to get the weapons behind the glass, and he's always wanted to, but he's never had anything to blow up the thing in order to get the weapons. So, he decides this is his chance. He's angry. He's going to shoot the elusive Sea Finder. But he realizes that this fortress of ruined metal and wood can't be blown up. As confused as the man is, he circles around looking. What just happened? It should have died. what shall he ever do? Except to get revenge on the men that made the facility in the first place. And he's gonna go blow up the gun runners. But what makes him angry is the fact that he practically blew off his arms and he can't do it. So he decides to go attack people that he can kill. And so he's going to go after the Legion.
Bearing the mark of
Legion are a bunch of turds, and they call him a fool. They've mispronounced everything from Centurion to Caesar to Vale to Awe to anything. He decides that they are just a bunch of mispronouncing, grammar confused BKs. So what he does? He decides he's going to get revenge on the man that keeps cursing him every time he passes, the Aurelix of Phoenix. He decides that he is one imbecile, telling him what to do, telling him that he's just nothing. The man is suppressed, but he's not going to be down for long. He hates him. He hates the Aurelix of Phoenix, and he will get revenge. He has the power. And he pulls out his Seafinder, as per the norm, and he goes... and everyone dies. And he kills the Aurelix of Phoenix, but he's still somehow able to cross the river. Don't question his ways. They surrendered and said, hey, you can go see Caesar if you want. We'll allow it. And so he goes and he crosses the river. It takes him hours to make his way to the fort to go talk to Caesar. Well, quote unquote, talk to Caesar, really. I mean, he's not really going to do much talking, but the silent warrior type, but that's okay. But he's on his way. He makes his way through the gate. He meets the gatekeeper. And the man says,
by order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items. This order also
he doesn't like that. He decides that, why can't I just go anyway? Caesar strictly forbids chems and alcohol and weapons? What is this? What is this madness?
Then there is no reason to not disarm. You will not be harmed unless
I refuse to disarm, is what BK Jones says. They warn him that if he decides to step this boundary, he will never return. You pry my weapons from my cold dead body. And so, BK Jones, the man of the elusive Seafinder, pulls it out. These men can't comprehend the power that he holds. Hammer of Dawn, activate! Blows up everyone! Blah! Blowing up more people! And you know, his leg just broke. But, you know, he's still okay. He's still walking like nothing happened. Freaking cheater. You're a modder. You're a modder, BK Jones. I hope you know
like that.
But that's okay. That's okay. You can mod all you want. Because the path before you is amazing. He just blew his head up by punching him in the face. How do you even do that? But he makes his way behind enemy lines. With the elusive Seafinder. The men have no idea what he's about to do. He sees this man doing push-ups. Your push-ups suck! BK Jones says. And he pulls out a elusive Seafinder and he's ready to blow them up. And everyone died. Well, I've said that a few times. Not everyone really dies, but you know what I mean. And he goes after, and he realizes that these petty legionnaires are nothing compared to his final challenge. He shall challenge the last of them as soon as he gets rid of these degenerates. He has a broken face. He has a broken face. I don't even know how that even works. But that's okay. He decides that now his next step is to confront Caesar himself. And as he awes in his victory, he makes his way up to Caesar's palace. Well, it's not really a palace, it's a tent. It's kind of a piece of crap, but that's okay. Yeah. But he makes his way to Caesar, he gets his elusive Seafinder, and everyone dies! Realizing that he has finally defeated the mighty Caesar, the degenerates that couldn't stand in his way, he first heals himself, gets himself back to scale, and decides to take the throne for himself. Oh, well, someone didn't die. Oh, well, you better get out your brass knuckles and blow his face off! And he decides he's going to make his way, and finally... Oh, the guy died. He didn't even touch him. Oh. But at the top of the chain, he realizes what he has done, and he sits and he reminisces of all of the actions that have taken place. He realizes what he has done, who he's become, the leader of the legion. They are at his whim. Whatever shall he do now? He realizes that there is only one challenge that is good enough for him. Only one challenge. And I bet you can't guess what that is. And that is to challenge the one creature big enough to challenge Caesar, not Caesar Fueled by Grace, that's me. Caesar B.K. Jones. The ominous and destructive Death Claws. He finds his way to their lair in the quarry. But first he decides that he's going to kill one with a chainsaw, because that sounds like fun. He's going... And the young Deathclaw comes, and he slices him up to pieces. And the Deathclaw lays before him dead. These degenerates have no place in challenging Caesar B.K. Jones. He approaches their lair, ready to rid the world of the alpha male Deathclaw. He approaches the camp. He realizes that there is so much around him, but he is not flawed. He is not scared of this by any means. And he approaches his first prey, nice and slowly, very, very slowly. And he finds his, and he charges up the elusive Seafinder. What is this? Deathclaw is dead! Run! Run! B.K. Jones! Run! 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 Oh! And that was the end of the reign. That was B.K. Jones.